Hey everyone, it's Ursa Midnight. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are building a house for the Smiths family's son, Michael, and him and his husband and their 2 kids. So we're making them a little house. This is in Oasis Springs. It is the same type of style house that I have made for this whole neighborhood so far. They're all modern type of builds. So what I really like is I'm trying to do different colored houses. Right now they're all going to become like a neutral color outside. We have green, we have orange, and this one's going to be yellow. So here I'm trying to figure out doors and just making sure I like the placement of it all and all of that. And then what we end up doing is we take this door, and then I was trying to figure out the windows. I ended up going with like the windows from the greenhouse. And with those windows, I was able to create a very cool house. What I really like is I was actually able to, there was a painting set I wanted to use in the one build, but then decided to use it in a different build. So I ended up using it in this build, and it actually became one of my favorite builds. Like the painting really worked in this household, and I just really liked this family. I think I ended up changing the door to this yellow door, which is what gave me the inspiration to do a yellow themed house. So I really liked the difference in this house and just the different vibes I got. It was a very fun and interesting home to build. And honestly, I think it was an amazing build idea that I had. I think Michael and his husband Orion have 2 kids. I think it's a boy and a girl toddlers, or they're infants. Or no, wait, one's a toddler, one's an infant. So I went with like a very neutral color theme for the nursery, so that way I was able to do different color beds and just kind of making it, because they're sharing a room, so they kind of went with like more of a neutral color. Here I'm just putting in the doors. I think figure out what light I want to use. I think about it for a little bit, and then once I decided on, I think I ended up going with the like little small saucer ones, the very small ones, because it looks very modern. And yeah, so that's kind of cool to have different styles in this game and trying new ways of decorating my sim houses, because I tend to struggle with that. So it was cool to try to think of something different. And then one of my most favorite parts about this build was trying to figure out the landscaping. Landscaping was like one of the first few things I did. I think I did it before I even completed the inside. I was just having so much fun with everything and all of that, and just trying to figure out landscape. And then interior is also one of my favorites. I just really like the builds I have been making lately. They're all very detailed. A lot of times I either build them on stream or I just build them off stream, and I just I almost said off camera, but I meant off screen or off stream. I just really like the different styles I've been trying out. Even though the styles aren't fully different, they're different like ways that I have been doing it. So I just think it's pretty interesting, I will say. And yeah. Backyard was pretty easy once I had a hang of what I was doing. I think that was the second thing I did, because sometimes I forget to do the backyard. So I'm glad I remembered and did it. One of the first few things I did today was this backyard. And if they end up moving out and choosing to go into another place for their, living situations, they can figure out something, So I think I was like, oh wait, should I make that into an office? And then remembered, oh wait, they have little kids, they kind of need a bedroom. So, and then here's me working out the kitchen. I ended up hating having the door in between the 2 windows, so I ended up moving it because it was driving me crazy. Because I think at first I put the fridge way too far away, and it was not working. So we had to change that, and then I kind of changed all of that and just kind of made it look really cool and all that. So yeah, the kitchen was very cool. I ended up putting the sink on the one side instead of the other, and since I had the alarms already open, I just kind of put the door ones as well. All my houses lately have been having both alarms, just so that way everything is covered, and if your sim gets robbed, you know, they have a system for everything. And yeah, so that's the kitchen. Then next I do the dining room, which I ended up doing, and of course, you know, I always take like a second to do something. And then I work on the dining room. And the dining room, I found matching table and chairs. I just did 4 because there's only 4 of them. I should have put a high chair in their house, and I didn't. It's okay. And then we just did a little dining room, not dining room, living room area. I keep forgetting that I don't have to do fireplaces for everything, but I've just been on a very interesting thing with, I just love the fireplaces with the houses. So they just look really nice together. And yeah. And then, so, kind of went with like an artistic kind of vibe with the living room a little bit as well, because I feel like someone in that household is gonna like to do athletic stuff and also maybe some creative. And then we added some paintings, and here's me trying to find that painting from the other day. And then I find it, and I was so happy, and I was able to put it in the house. And then we added a piano because I figured the kids might enjoy playing a piano, and some fish tank. And then the bathroom was pretty easy. It was a simple 2-stepper or 2x3, and I have a system for that. I just put the door in between so I could put stuff on each side. And yeah, that's the bathroom. Then next we're going to work on the kids' room. So the kids' room, we just put, we had some curtains up, and then we're going to put a crib and a toddler bed, both by the same theme of like layouts. So it's both like the Mega, I think, right? Isn't it? Is it the, I think it's the Mega Block one, I think. It's something like that. It has like the different colored wood. There's a toddler, it's this one, whatever this one is called, I always forget. And then I did my best color swatch matching because didn't exactly give me a chance to really color swatch. Then I had a little trash can, a little infant holder thing, infant tummy placement pad thing. And then we added like little decorations. I added like a little rainbow and like different colored shoes, because to me I feel like they would have that in their house to represent both kids. And then we just added a little raven fence thing. And that was pretty much it for the kid rooms. And then we worked on the parents' room. First I put an orange curtains up, but later on we'll change it once you see the theme color that I decided to go with. And then let's see, we ended up changing it to this type of bedding and all of that. So I just want to say, and then we added a little painting. I was thinking about putting a plant at first. I couldn't figure out which one I wanted to do. We added a little desk so that way someone can work from home, and here I am actually finally changing the curtains to match the room. And then that is basically it for the build. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this build and have been enjoying the builds as much as I have been enjoying making them. And I hope to see you. Remember, I go live, I think I'm going to make it 7 p.m. Eastern, possibly sooner, it depends. Feel free to always follow my Discord. If you go on my Twitch, you access my Discord. It'll tell you when I'm live and when I upload. And then that's just the whole neighborhood.